Hi guys. Right, so by request today we're looking at a little bit of posture relief. So things you can do during the day to try and keep you moving, keep you active, and relieve a little bit of back tension or neck tension that you might be getting. It's unfortunate at the minute that we are all stuck a little bit at home, most of us, and not able to move as much. So things to look out for or try and add in. Make sure whatever you're using for a computer is roughly at eye level, so you're not always crunched over looking down. And try and set reminders on your phone or alarm or whatever you might be using to get up and move every half an hour or every hour. So it doesn't have to be a lot, it can just be a couple of reps of things we're doing today, or you can go back over and look at what some of the things we've already covered, the YTWs, the twisties, some of the band pull variations. Any of the thoracic work will really help you. And just add it in just a little bit often will make a huge difference, especially as we get going. But for today, a little bit different. We've only got a couple of exercises to work on. They're both designed to build mobility and strength whilst you're working, so you don't need to worry about one or the other. You should be doing both at the same time. And we'll get started. You might want to, for the first one, warm your wrists up a little bit. Just get a little bit of movement in them, because it can be quite intense when you first get started on it. So just a little bit of rocking, doesn't have to be loads. Just make sure you haven't got any pain or tweaks in them. And once you're ready, we're going to come down, hands behind the back. If you want, if you have got really sore wrists, you can twist your hands out to the side to take a bit of tension off, that's fine. From there, hands behind the back. And what you work on, we've done something similar before, is driving the chest up as high as we can, head neutral or back slightly, and then we're going to lift up through the hips as high as we can, driving up as high as we can. From there, we're just going to rock forwards and backwards, keeping the shoulder blades back as tight as we can, as if we're trying to nip a pencil between them. And once you've done about 10 rocks, I'm not going to do the full 10, we're going to come forward as far as we can, and then drop the hips down into a nice big stretch in the chest, lift up, and then drive back up and rock back as far as we can. Keep those shoulder blades back, and then we're going to go into this full movement for about 6 reps. Trying to open up the chest, get the shoulder blades back, and I'm actively pressing down on the floor as hard as I can. Then, once you've done that twice through, have a little rest, shake your hands off. We're going to put one hand facing back behind us, bring our feet up, and we're going to work on us driving up into a bridge. So we're working on our full posterior chain, driving up, reaching nice and high, hold, back down, and then we're going to rep these out. Right back down, right up, big reach, squeezing the bum tight as you can at the top, and back down. This shoulder, I'm not just collapsing, resting into it as I'm driving up. I'm actively pushing into the floor as hard as I can. Alright, so activate the back of the shoulder, keep it nice and locked, and then back down. Relax at the bottom, and drive back up, lock out as hard as you can. Alright, so both sides. About 8 reps, twice through. And then the final one is a variation of one we've already done. We're going to adapt it slightly, try and hit a slightly different part of your back and focus more on the rotator cuff. So, we're going to isolate the T movement that we used to do. So head neutral, belly tucked in nice and tight, squeezing the bum. We're going to pull the shoulder blades back, and that was the T movement we've done before, lifting through the shoulder blades, not up to the neck. Just straight up as high as we can. We're going to twist our thumbs back as far as we can. You can keep a fist still open, doesn't matter too much. And then we're going to lift up and we're going to do pulses. So 12 pulses. There. I want you to do 12 pulses. 12 circles, lift as high as you can. Forward and then backwards. Trying to keep that height. And as we're doing them, try and nip the shoulder blades back as far as we can. 3 rounds of that one, and I promise you it's really going to start burning by the time you're done. But it'll just help build that strength and that movement, or range of motion back, to start pulling everything back into the right shape and keep your posture. So again, it doesn't have to be loads, you don't have to spend loads of time doing it, but try and get something done frequently throughout the day, every couple of days, and you will start to see a big change quite quick. Sweet. Alright guys, well enjoy. Any questions, drop me a message. Alright, take care.